Have you ever dreamed of a place where ancient kingdoms meet warm hearts? Welcome to Java, the heart of Indonesia. Java is the cradle of great civilizations. The majestic temples of Borobudur and Prambanan stand as timeless symbols of art, faith, and human ingenuity. From the mighty Majapahit to the graceful Mataram Kingdom, Java's history whispers through every stone and pathway. But Java is not just history. It is alive in its people, known for their kindness, hospitality, and respect. Javanese culture shines through every smile, every gesture, every tradition. Here, harmony is not just a word, it's a way of life. From emerald rice terraces to vibrant cities, Java blends nature, culture, and modern life seamlessly. Mountains, rivers, and villagers tell stories of resilience, creativity, and a deep connection to the land. Java is more than a place. It is a journey into history, culture, and the warmest hearts you will ever meet. Discover Java and let its spirit inspire you. The King's Prophecy, Jayabaya, and the Light of Nusan. In an age when the islands of Nusan were still shrouded in thick mist and mystical beings walked among humans, there stood a magnificent kingdom known as the Kingdom of Java. At the peak of the Golden Hill, the young king, Prabu Jayabaya, gazed far into the horizon toward the place where the future whispered to him. Jayabaya was no ordinary king. He was born with eyes that could see time itself, the past, the present, and thousands of years yet to come. Every time he closed his eyes, flashes of the future appeared before him. Wars, progress, destruction, and the rebirth of new. But his greatest prophecy spoke of the era of light, a time when the people of Nusantara would rise again after enduring an age of chaos and darkness. One night, the sky split open with golden lightning. A celestial guardian, Sanghyang Panimbahan, descended, carrying a sacred relic, the Book of Time. Only one person could read it. Inside the book, it was written, when Nusantara sinks beneath the shadows of power, when the voice of truth is nearly extinguished, a new generation will rise, bearing the light. The light will not come from a palace, but from ordinary people. Jayabaya closed the book and gave a faint smile. He knew the kingdom he ruled was only the beginning of Nusantara's long journey, and before he passed away, he left a final message. I am not a king for this era. I am a king for the future. From that day on, the legend of Prabu Jayabaya lived forever as the king who saw a time that had not yet been born. The prince cast into the sea. In the kingdom of Aravel, a prince was born with a strange glowing mark on his chest. The royal seers warned the king, this mark will bring a storm upon the kingdom. Driven fear, the young prince was cast away to a remote island surrounded by endless ocean, with no one beside him. Everyone believed he would vanish beneath the waves, but they were terribly wrong. Years later, from the horizon of the sea, a man clad in armor shaped from coral emerged. It was the prince, now able to command the ocean winds and bend the waves to his will. He did not return for revenge, but to show that the storm they feared was born to protect the kingdom, not destroy it. Legend of the Southern Sea. Along the southern coast of Java, the waves are never truly calm. The wind carries a sound that feels older than time itself. not just the voice of nature, but echoes of a legend that has lived for centuries. People believe this vast ocean is guarded by a presence both powerful and unseen, the Queen of the Southern Sea. Long ago, in the era of ancient kingdoms, she was known as a woman seeking peace after being betrayed and wounded by human greed. Her journey led her to the place where the sea meets the sky, a sacred realm filled with power and silence. There, she was chosen to become the guardian of the Southern Sea, a ruler who balanced the fury of the waves and the calmness of the deep ocean. But this legend is not just a tale of spirits. It carries a message. The sea is sacred. It must be respected, protected, and never exploited. Fishermen of Java were taught to take only what they need. For those who disturb nature's balance will eventually face its consequences. Many believe that sudden storms and towering waves are not accidents, but warnings from the Queen herself, reminding humans not to harm the ocean. Yet for those who come with pure intention, the Southern Sea offers abundance, safety, and an unseen protection. Behind the mystery of this legend lies a deeper truth. Nature has a soul. Humans must remain humble, and the greatest power is not domination, but harmony. Even today, when the waves crash against the cliffs of the Southern Sea, some say it is her greeting, a reminder that we live with nature, not above it. And so, the legend continues, not to frighten, but to teach respect. The wisdom of Sri Krishna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, where fate trembled and the earth held its breath. Arjuna, the greatest warrior, stood with a broken heart. Before him stood family, behind him stood duty, and within him a storm he could no longer control. With a trembling voice, he whispered, "Krishna, how can I fight those I once called my own?" And in that moment, as the world fell silent, Sri Krishna looked at him with eyes that held the calm of the universe. "Arjuna, listen, the greatest darkness in a man's life is not the world outside, but the doubt within his own heart." Arjuna froze. The winds halted. Even the gods seemed to lean in to hear the next words. Krishna continued, "You were not born to run from your destiny. You are light, and light does not choose where to shine." Arjuna lowered his gaze, hands shaking. "I am afraid, Krishna." Krishna smiled, the smile of a teacher, a friend, a divine guide. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is standing firm, even when every part of you wants to give up. And as those words sank deep into his soul, Arjuna's doubt shattered like mist under the morning sun. It rose, his spine straightened, his eyes, once uncertain, now burned with purpose. Then Krishna spoke once more, a voice powerful enough to shake the heart of any listener. "Do your duty. Surrender the results to me. When your heart aligns with Dharma, even destiny will bow before you under the crimson sky." Arjuna raised his bow, and the world witnessed a man who rediscovered his strength, guided by the eternal wisdom of Sri Krishna.